Hello and welcome to this quick guide for Challenge 2 of the Connected Falkirk and DigiLearnFalk Codemas challenges. Challenge 2 is to code your microbit to make a festive song guessing game. Now we don't need a physical microbit to actually be able to do this. We can still take part even if we only have access to the website, which is makecode.microbit.org, or the microbit app on our iPad. Now, once I am in the app or on the website, I'm just going to start by beginning a new project. So if I tap here on new project, it's going to ask me to give my project a name, and I'm going to call it Song Guessing Game. You can call it whatever it is that you would like. I'm going to tap on create in green, and that's going to give me the block coder. Now you can see that it's already put in 2 pieces of block code on start and forever. Now I don't want those, so I'm just going to start by getting rid of them by tapping and holding them and dragging them over so that they delete. So for our festive song guessing game, we can have up to 3 songs. So to start, we are going to add purple input blocks to say which button on our microbit is going to start the code. And we can have 3, so we can choose button A, button B, or button A and B. And we have to add a new input for each song that we want in our guessing game. So on the purple input tab, I'm going to choose this very top one on button A pressed. And you can see that if I add that in another 2 times, I can actually change the second one to be when B is pressed, and the third one to when A and B is pressed. And that means that we are now ready to add in the musical notes for when button A is pressed, when button B is pressed, and when button A and B are pressed together. So step 2 is actually adding the musical notes. Now to do this, we are going to add a playtone music blocks, and those are inside the music tab. You can see that they're the second one down. It's undertone and it says playtone middle C for 1 beat until done. Just move these over. And all I'm going to do is continue to add notes for the song that I want my microbit to play. Now it might be that you're not sure which festive songs you want your microbit to play because you do need to use the notes. So what we've done is in the guide, we do have a couple of festive songs on page 4 for you to try out. For this example, I'm just going to have Jingle Bells for on button A pressed. So I know that Jingle Bells starts with a middle E. It starts with a middle E note. At the moment, when button A is pressed, this is going to play the tone middle C. If I tap on middle C, I'm going to get a little piano and I can choose middle E, and you'll see it tells me underneath the keyboard that is middle E. So Jingle Bells is middle E, middle E, middle E. So there's 1 middle E. I need to add in another middle E. And I need to add in a 3rd middle E. And that's the start of Jingle Bells. Now I can practice or listen to what my code does on the left-hand side of the screen here. First of all, I'm going to unmute it so I can hear it. And I am going to press the A button. And you can see we've got the start of Jingle Bells. Now the next thing that I need is another 3 E's for Jingle Bells. So I'm just going to keep adding in the notes. And so we should have 6 E's for Jingle Bells. But when I play it, what you will find is it doesn't quite sound right, and that's because in the middle of the 6 E's, I need to have a little rest. So it should go do, 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 and I need that rest beat. And I'll find that in the music inputs as well. So under music, underneath tone, you can see the 3rd one down is rest for 1 beat. Now if I pull that in and drag it to the middle, we can see how that sounds. Sounding a bit better. Now if I don't want the beat to be as long as that, I can tap on it and I can change it to just half a beat. Let's see if that sounds any better. And so on and so forth. And I can continue to add in the rest of the song. Now, once I'm finished with Jingle Bells, I can go to my button B input and add in more of the notes for a new song. And I can go to my button A and B pressed to add in notes for a third song. Once we have all the notes in, technically your guessing game is ready and you can play your game with your friends and family by getting them to press either A, B or A and B together and asking them to guess the song. Now, if you're an advanced coder, you might be up for a little bit of an extra challenge. So one of the things that you can do on your microbit is you can code it to reveal the song name using a string. We're going to get to that in the next video. So for now, happy coding, and I hope that you enjoy your festive song guessing game.